Title: The Secret of the Banyan Tree. Part 1. The Wish. In a small Indian village called Devpur, there stood a very old banyan tree at the center of the village square. It was so big that it gave shade to more than 20 people at a time. People believed that this tree had been there for hundreds of years. Under this tree every evening old men would sit and talk. Children would play around it and women would rest after fetching water. But what made the banyan tree special was not its age, it was the legend. Villagers believed that the tree could grant a wish, but only if the person was pure of heart. No one ever tried it seriously. People just laughed at the idea. But one day, a young girl named Mira, who was 17 years old, came to the tree with tears in her eyes. Her father was very sick, and the doctors in the town said there was no hope. Her mother had died when she was just 10, and now her father was all she had. She sat down under the tree and whispered, "Please, save my father. I don't want anything else." The wind blew softly. The leaves rustled. It felt like the tree was listening. That night, something strange happened. Her father's fever started going down. By morning, he was awake and smiling weakly. The doctors were surprised. "It's a miracle," they said. Mira told no one, but in her heart, she believed the banyan tree had helped her. Part 2. The stranger weeks passed. Mira's father slowly recovered and life went back to normal. But Mira never forgot the miracle. One day, a stranger came to the village. He was tall, thin, and wore a long brown coat. He carried a wooden stick and had a small notebook in his hand. He went from house to house asking questions about the banyan tree. The villagers were curious but cautious. "Who are you?" they asked. "My name is Arjun," he said. "I study old trees and forgotten legends. I heard a story about your banyan tree." When Mira heard about this man, she became nervous. What if he discovered the tree's secret? Would he try to cut it down or use it for some wrong purpose? That evening, she went to the banyan tree again. "Please protect yourself," she whispered. Just then, Arjun appeared behind her. "You believe the tree is alive, don't you?" Mira turned around, startled. She didn't know what to say. "I do too," he said gently. Part 3. The Hidden Truth. Mira and Arjun began to talk. He told her that he had studied ancient trees all over India. Many had legends, but few showed real signs of mystery. But the Devpur banyan tree was different. "Do you know," Arjun said one day, "that this tree is connected to an underground water spring? It might explain some of its healing powers." But Mira wasn't convinced it was just water. "My father was dying. The doctors gave up. This was more than medicine." One night, Arjun stayed near the tree to observe. He saw an old woman come and sit quietly, eyes closed, hands folded. The next morning, she told people her back pain was gone. He began recording these stories. But one evening, he told Mira, "There are people who would want to control this tree, use it for money, or even destroy it." That scared her. Part 4. The Threat. Soon, a businessman from the city came to Devpur. He had heard of the magical tree and wanted to build a resort around it. He met the village head and promised roads, schools, and money. Many villagers were tempted, but Mira stood up. "You want to take our tree and sell its gift, but this tree is not for sale." The village was divided. Some supported Mira, others supported the businessman. Arjun helped Mira collect stories, old photos, and even wrote an article in a newspaper titled "The Soul of Devpur, a Tree That Heals." The story went viral. People from across the country came to Devpur, not to destroy the tree, but to sit quietly beneath it, hoping to feel its peace. The businessman left. Part 5. The gift years passed. Mira became a teacher and later a writer. She wrote books about nature and the stories of people who had visited the banyan tree. Arjun started a foundation to protect such sacred places. The banyan tree remained the heart of Devpur. No one ever saw magic come out of its branches. But those who sat quietly and believed often left feeling lighter, happier, and more hopeful. And even after many years, when Mira sat under the tree, she would smile and whisper, "Thank you." And the leaves would rustle gently, as if the tree replied, "You're welcome." The end. Thank you to watching this video. Like and subscribe to this channel.